Disclaimer: it was a fanfiction story created by me. Please don't take it seriously. There is no match in this story and real life.
After talking for a while, all three of them went to their rooms. Morning had turned into night, but Wine still hadn't eaten anything. No one had called her to eat, and after what she had said to the family in the morning, she was feeling too embarrassed to go downstairs and get food herself. But now her stomach was growling badly from hunger. Just then, someone knocked on her door. When she opened it, a servant was standing there with a plate of food in his hands, looking at him. Wine asked in confusion, "Wine, food? Why did you bring it here, and who sent it?" "Servant, madam, elder master sent this for you. He said you haven't eaten anything since morning, so you must finish this entire meal." When I smiled softly, thinking about him, then took the plate from the servant's hands. "Uncle, has your elder master, Jungkook, eaten?" Servant, "Madam, Jungkook sir hasn't returned from the office. The food was sent by the head of the family, Jungkook sir's father." Hearing that much, Wine stood in shock. The plate slipped from her hand, crushing to the floor and breaking into pieces. All the food scattered across the floor. She stared wide-eyed at the servant as if she couldn't believe a single word he had said. Just then, Jungkook returned from the office and was about to enter his room when he heard the loud sound of the plate breaking. He rushed toward Wine's room, quickly pushed the servant aside and held Wine's face gently with both hands, asking worriedly, "Jungkook, Wine, what happened? Did someone say something to you? Did someone hurt you? Tell me what happened. Did any of the family members do something to you?" He was clearly very tense. Wine quickly hugged him tightly. Jungkook wrapped his arm around her protectively, holding her close to his chest. She gently rubbed his back and said softly, "Wine, it's okay. There's no need to get so worried. Nothing happened, and why would anyone say or do anything to me? I am completely fine." Jungkook held her even tighter, like he never wanted to let go of her, then asked, "Jungkook, then why are you standing near the door like this, and why is all this food slipped on the floor?" When I told him everything, and after hearing it all, Jungkook was even more shocked than me. He looked at me with disbelief. "Jungkook, how is that even possible? That man never cares this much for anyone," said in surprise. Wine looked at Jungkook with a teasing smile and said, When someone like you, Mr. Iceberg, can melt and care for me and get worried for me that much, then why can't he?" I said, holding back my laughter. "Jungkook, it's not like that. I tried to explain, but Wine interrupted. It's okay. There's no need to explain anything. I know that I am slowly making a place in this frozen heart of yours." I pointed towards his chest. Jungkook's face turned slightly pink from my words. Whoa, what's this I am seeing? A heartless person with an icy heart is actually blushing because of me? I teased him playfully. "Jungkook, shut up. What kind of lover are you? You are flirting with me even after loving someone else for so many years." When I hugged Jungkook tightly with both arms around his neck, then brought my lips close to his ear and whispered, "I've waited 17 years, of course. Now my feelings will start coming out. This is just a beginning. Watch what happens next." "Jungkook," I quickly pushed Wine a little away from me and asked with a suspicious look, "What do you mean by that?" When I smiled and said, "With time, you will understand everything. What I mean, I am going to meet my father-in-law now, so move out of my way," I said, while gently pushing Jungkook aside, but suddenly he grabbed my waist and stopped me. "Jungkook, wait, why do you want to meet him? There's no need to go to him." When I pulled my hand away and looked at him firmly, "Why should I go since morning? I haven't eaten a single bite." "But did anyone ask? Did anyone even notice?" "No. Expect your dad. I don't know what problem you have with him or your whole family, but I can't be like this. Maybe he feels guilty for something. That's why he sent food for me." Jungkook. In anger, I pushed her against the wall, holding her hand tightly and shouted, "What do you even know about these people? The ones you are calling angel today are the same ones who will turn into demons tomorrow." Then, calming myself down, I gently cupped her face with one hand and spoke softly. "Look, Juan, I just don't want them to hurt you. That's why I'm telling you, leave this place as soon as possible." Juan, in mind, I understand, Jungkook, something really bad must have happened to you that filled your heart with so much hatred for your own family. That pain is the reason why you are pushing yourself from the world and from your loved ones, but I won't give up either. I promise you, Jungkook, I will bring your life back to how it used to be. I held his face gently with both hands and looked into his eyes. "When I will stay here and no one can harm me because you are here to protect me. I trust you more than I trust myself." Hearing those words, Jungkook looked deep into his eyes. Then suddenly he grabbed both her hands, spun her around, and pinned her gently but firmly against the wall. Standing closer behind her, he locked her waist above her head against the wall. Then he moved her hair aside with one hand and both his to her neck, near her ear, breathing heavily. When his sudden move made my breathing quicken, my legs started to tremble, and then in a deep husky voice he whispered into my ear, he's almost brushing it. "Jungkook, you have been in love with someone else for years, and because of circumstances you had to marry my younger brother, and now you are saying things like this to me? That's not right, Ryan. Your words are claiming my heart. This heart that's been frozen for years. It's melting because of you. Your closeness, your touch, the way you speak to me like you have every right. Even thought you know how dangerous my anger is. When this magic you are doing to me, soon the whole world will see. They will see that cold-hearted man is melting for his younger brother's wife. One day your words and your touch might push me to a point where I lose control over myself." When his warm breath, that husky voice, and the light brush were more than used to make my heart race, "Then I will do everything I can to make sure you lose control over yourself." My voice trembled from the as Jungkook's warm breath brushed against one, and her words left him completely speechless. His grip around her waist slowly loosened. "Jungkook, do you even realize what are you saying? I don't know about your so-called love for years, but you are my younger brother's wife." When as soon as I felt his grip loosen, I quickly pulled my hands back and turned toward him, gently brushing his sleeves. I looked into his eyes and said softly, "Did you forget, Oppa? My relationship with your brother was never out of love. It was a helpless decision, and I hope it ends very soon." Jungkook, just as I was about to say something back, we both froze at the sound of someone clearing their throat near the door. Eyes widened in shock. "Siu?" Jungkook, Siu looked at both of us, leaning against the door frame, smirking. Ahem. What's going on here? And bro, what exactly are you doing in my wife's room? Trying to hide my smile. Wan and Jungkook, shut up, we were just talking. Siu, oh, wow. Saying it together, huh? Was that part of the plan too? Wan glared at Siu with clear annoyance. Jungkook, and what exactly are you doing here? Siu, at Jungkook questioned Siu made a face like, are you seriously asking me that? Bro, this is my wife's room, he said, pointing toward Wan. Wan and Jungkook, stop calling me her your wife like that. Siu, shocked, bro, I get it. If Wan says that, but you, why are you saying that? Jungkook, in mind, oh god, this girl is completely taking over me. Jungkook, aloud, just reminding you. At that, Siu looked at me, one eyebrow rising in suspicion. Siu, why do I feel like you are lying? Oh yes, forgot that I actually came here to say something. Jungkook, what? See, actually, when Dad is calling both of you and me downstairs in the living room, all the family members are already there. There's a family meeting. Maybe he wants to talk about something important. When the moment Siu said that, Jungkook quickly grabbed my waist tightly, which made Siu smile while looking at Jungkook, and Jungkook looked angrily at Siu and said, "Go and tell them Wine won't come." Wine, what nonsense, Oppa, I said angrily, pulling my hand back. I will go. I want to get out of this forced marriage, and for that I need to talk to them. Jungkook, he clenched his jaw, clearly angry, and spoke in a deep, serious tone. You won't listen to me, right? Fine. Then I will also come to that family meeting. See you. What? Looked so shocked, almost fell down, but managed to balance himself. When Siu quickly came closer, grabbed Jungkook by both shoulders and started shaking him while asking nervously, Siu, are you okay? Is your head hurts or something? He even moved Jungkook's head around to check for injury. Jungkook, shut up, Siu. You go, we will come soon. Siu, why? He said with a cute face. Let's go together. It will be fun. Everyone's reaction will be so shocked to see Hyung. Your entry will no less than a film star. Just hope no one faints at home. Jungkook, will you go or should I lock you in the room again like last time and stop you from stepping out? Siu, no, Hyung, I am going. Okay, why are you threatening me? When we're leaving, Siu muttered softly. Siu, what kind of brother is he, falling for a girl who just came yesterday? And here, me, poor little brother of him? Jungkook, I heard that. Siu, come quickly. When watching him run off, I turned to Jungkook with a cute, suspicious expression. Why did Siu say that if you go to the family meeting, everyone will get shocked? Jungkook looked carefully at her face, then shook his head slowly and started talking to himself in his mind. Jungkook, and this girl is going to drive me crazy for sure. One, what are you thinking? Tell me, why did you say that? Jungkook, because in our house this family meetings happens often and it's been around 8 or 10 years since I last attended even one. After hearing that, one's eyes widened in shock and her mouth dropped open. One, why? Jungkook, because I have no interest in seeing the faces or hearing the voices of the people in this house. One, from the pain in his voice, I could feel that this wound in his heart is many years old. Then why do you want to attend today? I can take care of myself. Jungkook, I know that, but you don't know my father's stepsister. She is the most dangerous woman in the world, and you can't say anything to her because she is like lifeline to my dad and his brothers, and she is always present at every family meeting. Fine, then that's even better. I have to settle the score with her anyway. She insulted me, they called me traitor, and don't worry, I can take care of myself, and when needed I can also handle others very well. Jungkook, really? He asked, raising his brows with a fake curious expression. When, yes, you know what, if needed I can up anyone. I have done it before. Jungkook, then I will definitely attend the meeting. I also want to see how you handle that witch one. So you really want to go to the family meeting? Jungkook, I just nodded my head slowly. When okay, then let's go. After saying that, both of them started walking toward the living room. While coming down the stairs, one's eyes fell on the family member, and the moment she saw their faces, she couldn't stop herself from laughing softly. Literally everyone was staring behind one at Jungkook, totally shocked. Because forget attending a family meeting, Jungkook didn't even like to stay near them, and today, after so many years, he was not just near, he was attending the family meeting for the first time, but no one could understand why. Wayne walked into the living room and stood on one side quietly. Jungkook followed right behind her and stood straight next to her. All eyes were wide open, mouths were hanging open as well. Everyone was looking at Jungkook and Wayne like they had seen a ghost. Seeing everyone's shocked reaction, Jungkook loudly cleared his throat, and as soon as his voice was heard, it was like everyone suddenly came back to their sense. Then Jungkook's mom quickly came to him with a smile and started speaking. Mr. Johnson, you really came here to us? Finally, you understood the importance of your family, right? Jungkook, let me make it clear. I didn't come here because of any of you. And don't ask me. Then who did you come for? Because I don't think it's necessary to tell anyone that. He said this in a cold voice, loudly and with no emotion on his face. So Dad, why did you call all of us here? Mr. Jeon, because I want to know, do you and Wayne really want to stay in this relationship or not? Only after hearing both of your decision, I will be able to decide what to do next. Mr. Jeon's words shocked all the family members except Wayne, because she didn't know what kind of person Mr. Jeon truly was. She didn't know that he only does what he thinks is right. He never listens to anyone's opinions and doesn't care about anyone's wishes. But today, for the first time in this family, Mr. Jeon was changing his decision, and that too because of a girl who had just entered their life yesterday. Everyone was not just shocked, they were more than happy, because maybe finally their days of living in silence and fear were ending, or maybe not, because everyone looked happy except Seu's step-aunt, that witch already understood if this family start living with their own choices, then her control in this house will end. Her three brothers will no longer follow her orders blindly like they used to. That's why right away she interrupted her brother and raised her voice in protest. Hyung, what are you saying? Have you forgotten how much respect you have in this city? If this news spreads that your son is getting divorced, what will people say? What will they think about our family? I can just watch the owner of this family be ruined like this. Started pretending to cry fake tears. Jungkook, I leaned closer and whispered softly in Wayne's ear, didn't I tell you this witch is very dangerous? When I also whispered back to Jungkook, calmly but with confidence, just wait and watch, have some patience. If I don't make this witch regret today, then my name isn't Wayne. Wayne, oh my sweet auntie. Saying this, I walked toward her and gently placed one hand on her shoulder as I spoke. You think that if people hear about this divorce, they will shame this family? But why don't you think this way? Maybe people will say, look, even though this is such a respected family, they still allowed their son and daughter-in-law to get divorced. They thought more about their children's life than just their own pride. They didn't force them to stay in a relationship they didn't want. You can think positively too, right? Stepan, a girl who came just yesterday, you want to teach me how the world works? Pointing a finger at Wayne angrily. Wayne, I gently pushed her finger down with a slight smile and said, oh auntie, whether I came yesterday or years ago, right now I am still the daughter-in-law of this house, and as a daughter-in-law I am thinking so much about uncle, saying positive things to him so he doesn't feel stressed. But you, being his own sister, you are giving him more tension instead. Step on, getting even more angry. You are trying to turn my brother against me? Wayne, oh no, not at all. Why would I try to do that? Then said coldly, I am just showing him the mirror. Just then, Step on angrily raised her hand to Wayne, but before Jungkook could even step in, Wayne firmly grabbed Stepan's waist and pushed it away. Stepan grabbed her waist in pain and shouted in anger, how dare you touch me, Wayne? If you try to hit me, do you think I will just stand here and watch? Pointing finger back at Auntie and said angrily, remember one thing, not only grab your hand, if needed I have the strength to it too. Don't think I am like the other helpless women in this house. If you ever mess with me, you can't even imagine what I am capable of. So, auntie, can I give you one free piece of advice? Don't mess with her. You won't be able to defeat her, neither with words nor with hands. So, fighting with her will only end badly for you. And anyway, no one can harm her now because this walking talking storm is being protected by a guardian angel, said looking at Jungkook. Jungkook still staring at the aunt with anger in her eyes and acting like crying and turning to Mr. Jeon. Did you see how your son and daughter-in-law talking to me, and your daughter-in-law, she even laid her hands on me. Mr. Jeon, Mia, I saw everything with my own eyes, so there's no need for you to explain again. And about when you were the one who raised your hand on her first. What Mr. Jeon said was more than used to shock everyone in the room, because this was the first time even Mr. Jeon didn't take his sister's side and instead supported someone else. Mr. Jeon, you know, Mia, for the first time today I truly feel how wrong I have been all these years. How many of my decisions were completely wrong. I always thought only about the reputation and name of the family. But I never think how much pain my decisions have caused to everyone around me. I never cared about my family's happiness, but if there's no happiness in the family, then how can a family even have a good name and respect? I never understood that. But today, this girl pointed toward wine made me realize with her words how deeply mistaken I was. What's already happened, I know I can't fix it, but yes, I will try my best from now on to make sure no one ever suffers again because of me. Mr. John and Mia, my sister, it's already very late now. You take Diana and go home. We will talk later. After hearing Mr. John was the auntie angrily left the house with her daughter Diana. Mr. John, so Wine and Sue, I am asking both of you, do you want to continue this marriage or not? Wine, no. Sue, know that I can't handle this walking talking storm, said with a smile, but I do know one thing, only a storm can handle another storm. Playfully looked at Jungkook. Jungkook glared at Sue. Mr. Jeon, alright, then I will start the divorce process for both of you. It might take a little bit time, but I will try my best to get it done quickly. After hearing Mr. Jeon's war, everyone became happy. Finally, now this family will be able to live happily and freely. All the family members ran toward Mr. Jeon and Mrs. Jeon and Sue hugged him tight. The rest of the family members clapped with joy. One stood on the side watching everything with a soft smile. Then her eyes fell on Jungkook, who was standing with tears in his angry eyes, looking at everyone. Suddenly he turned and stormed off toward his room. Just then one was about to follow him. Mr. Jeon called out, Mr. Jeon, one. Yes, Mr. Jeon, thank you so much. I know thank you is a very small word compared to how much you have helped me. But still, I want to say, if you ever need anything or need any help, don't hesitate to tell me. I promise I will always help you no matter what. Well, thank you, uncle, said with a warm smile. By the way, daughter, until the divorce is final, you won't have any problem staying here, right? Not at all. I have to stay here no matter what until I bring back the old Jungkook again. Mr. Junior, okay, daughter. After that, all the family members started talking among themselves, and one quickly went upstairs and began knocking on Jungkook's room door. Wine, Oppa, open the door. It's me, Wine. Whispering, Will gently knocking. Oppa, please open the door. Jungkook, get out from here, shouted loudly from inside the room. Wine, please Oppa, open the door. What happened to you? Why did you suddenly run away from downstairs like that? Oppa, please tell me, please. Suddenly, Jungkook opened the door angrily and shouted at Wine. Jungkook, what do you want from me? Your work is done, right? Now take the divorce and leave this house. Do you even know this is all my fault? I was the fool who thought you were weak and helpless and tried to support you in this house. After hearing such a bitter words, tears started falling from Wan's eyes. Still, she walked closer to Jungkook, placed her hand gently on his cheek, and asked softly, "Wan, but Oppa, what did I do? Why are you saying this? Her question made Jungkook even more angry. He grabbed her waist tightly, pulling her hand away from his cheek, and shouted, "Jungkook, you don't know what you have done." Pressed her hand tightly in anger. "Oppa, it's hurting. Please let go of my hand." Jungkook let go of her hand and pushed her back a little, saying furiously, "Jungkook, today, because of you, these family members are so happy. How can someone be so happy after making another person's life a living hell?" Shouting in anger, "All this happens because of you. Why didn't you let this house stay the way it was? Why?" Tears started falling from his angry eyes. "When I don't know what kind of pain Jungkook has with his family, but right now, more than anger, he is hurting deeply. A kind of pain that is eating him up from the inside, and now I have only one way left." She hugged Jungkook tightly and said while crying, "When I don't know what happened between you and your family or what the real problem is, but if I have hurt you, if because of me your pain has increased, then please forgive me. Please, Oppa, but don't push me away like this, please. When I am very strong, Oppa. I can tolerate anything. I can fight anyone. I can fight with anyone. And for my self-respect, I can do anything. But I can't lose the most special person in my life, the one who is the closest to my heart. You and my mother are the only two people I love the most in this whole world." Still crying very hard, her words made Jungkook's heart feel like it stopped for a moment. His anger had already melted the moment she hugged him. Now her words were forcing him to think. Why does she love him so much? Why is he or her to her? What is he to her? They just met yesterday. Then why is she counting him among the most important people in her life? And why didn't she mention her 17-year-old first love in that list? There was so much truth in her voice. Jungkook couldn't even deny it, even if he wanted to. He was already feeling very guilty. He had shouted at her so badly without any reason. Poor girl didn't even know anything, and even after all this, instead of getting angry at him, she was crying in his arms. When Jungkook finally realized how deeply he had hurt Wan, he quickly wrapped his arms around her waist and hugged her tightly, resting his head on her shoulder, and said softly, "I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I didn't say all that on purpose. I am so sorry." Hugged her even tighter as tears rolled from his eyes. One understood every single word that came out of Jungkook's mouth wasn't against her. When Jungkook's tears fell onto her neck, one realized maybe for years no one had ever truly understood this cold, wounded soul. No one had ever listened to this pain. If someone had ever given him love like this before, maybe he wouldn't have been this broken, this lonely. Today, they were still standing in front of Jungkook's room when Ava came upstairs humming softly. As soon as Wan saw Ava, she got nervous. She quickly tried to move away from Jungkook, but before she could, Jungkook held her even tighter and in just a moment pulled her into his room. Then he immediately shut the door.